Why, hello there, and welcome to the shed. As you can see, the hair's getting a bit wild and a bit crazy. So, today, what we're going to do, we're going to do a movie review. No, we're not going to do a movie review. We're going to do 11 movies in one movie review. We are going to review the 11, not including the Ewok films, 11 Star Wars films. So, you have the original um, trio of A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. You then have the prequels of The Phantom Menace, The Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. And then you have the new trilogy, which are Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker. Plus you have Rogue One and Solo, which are year 11 movies. And the 11 movies we're going to quickly have a go over today. So I am going to put them in my personal order. From number one, the film that I will go back and watch again and again. Now, to be fair, A New Hope, I couldn't tell you how many times I've seen A New Hope. As a child, it was on all the time and I would always make sure I watched it. Then they put Empire on and it's like, wow, this is amazing. Back in the day, obviously, you don't buy videos back then, but you used to hire them, and I used to love it when we could get a Star Wars film. Still love watching Star Wars films now. And, I'm, in my mid-30s now, so what can you say? Yeah, then add a few. Right, so, at number 11, I'm putting Solo. It was a good film. It was okay. But it wasn't Harrison Ford as Solo. And at box office, it flopped. Don't care about box office. That's not of interest. I'm going to do a few movies, and they're not all going to be about how well they did at the box office. But I thought I'd start with the biggest franchise, my favourite. But it's not a film that I think, oh, you know what, I might go and watch Solo. That doesn't happen, and that's why, it's good. It was nice to see the return of Darth Maul. If you don't know, he was the other Sith in Phantom Menace. Although, if you go back to the books, he was a Sith assassin, not necessarily a Sith. But let's not get too nerdy on Star Wars. There's enough nerds out there talking about it. Then, at number 10, we're going to go with Last Jedi. There were bits of the film which I enjoyed. I liked the way that the commander destroyed the Imperial ship. That was great when she turned around and attacked it. Spoiler alert. There you go. But it didn't really go anywhere. And also, this is one for you. In 11 Star Wars films, there's only one Star Wars film which mentioned fuel. Where'd that come from? They've never run out of fuel before. But yeah, that's where it is. At number 9, I'm going to put Force Awakens. It was okay. I'm not going to go back and watch Force Awakens though anytime soon because it was okay. At number 8, I'm putting The Phantom Menace. I could go back and watch The Phantom Menace. I did enjoy The Phantom Menace. I know. I actually saw it 4 times when it originally came out at the cinema, more than I've seen it in the other Star Wars film. And they brought it out in 3D. It didn't really work in 3D because it was shot in 2D. But it was, it's an alright film. I could quite happily watch it. Some of them are a bit too scripted. There's not too much organicness to it. You feel at parts, you feel it's just a bit too scripted. George Lucas, great story, creator, not necessarily the best script writer, shall we say. Then I'm going to go, spoiler, one of the big ones here. Number 7, Return of the Jedi. Let's not beat about the bush. It's a bit boring. But it does have also, although the film, in my opinion, does get a bit boring, it is also have possibly the best scenes from the original trilogy as well. The bit on the Death Star in the Emperor's chamber with Luke, Vader, and Palpatine, or the Emperor as he was. back then. You know, there was no Sith until the Phantom Menace. No one knew what they were called. So there you go. But yeah, those parts of the film were brilliant. The Endor bits, a bit boring. The Jabba bits, a bit boring. And the space fight, well, it was 1983, so how good do you really expect it to be? Then at number 6, we're going Attack of the Clones. There were definite bits in Attack of the Clones I really enjoy. I enjoy the bit where Obi-Wan goes to the cloning planet and he takes on Jango Fett. Thought that bit was good. The lightsaber fight at the end is awesome, where him and Anakin and Padme are all going to be eaten by these monsters, and they end up attacking them. And we have, of course, Mace Windu turns up and saves the day. That was brilliant. And it was also good, the bits with Christopher Lee. Obviously, he was great as well. Then at number 5, we're going Rogue One. So Rogue One is a Rogue One because it's not a, it's a standalone Star Wars film. I thought it was great. There was no actual characters in there that we would know from Star Wars, apart from, of course, R2 and C-3PO. There are a couple of people who they put in there to mimic people from A New Hope, and it was great. I really, really liked it. I have seen it quite a few times, but I think the 4 in the top 4 are that little bit better. So at number 4, I am going to go with The Rise of Skywalker, which was the last of the Star Wars films to be made. It was brilliant. It was awesome. It had Palpatine back. Who doesn't want a bit of Palpatine? For me, the best character in all of Star Wars is Palpatine. When you're a kid, it's Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, the other heroes. Yeah, Luke Skywalker blows up a Death Star. There's 1 million people on it. They don't mention that, do they, in the films? Well, going by what the nerds on the internet say, there was 1 million people on there. I don't know. For me, at the time, they were the bad guys. But hey, now, looking back at it, Luke Skywalker got a bit boring, didn't he? Then we've got A New Hope. Like I say, it's the Star Wars film. It is Star Wars. This be fair. When it first came out, it was known as Star Wars. And then it became A New Hope. It was always a bit weird for me growing up that episode 4, A New Hope. Well, why can't we watch episode 1, 2 and 3? Because they weren't right. Well, how was I to know that? You put out episode 4. Where's the first 3 episodes? Anyway, so yeah, there you go. It was the one film that if it hadn't worked, it could have stayed as Star Wars and never mentioned again. As it was, it became a little bit of a bestseller. That's the reason why Disney have brought it. There you go. Feel the money. Then at number 2, there you go. Those of you who know me, you know I'm going to disappoint the world now, because at number 2, I'm putting Empire Strikes Back. The most popular film with the nerds on the internet will say Empire is the best Star Wars film. To me, it's the second best film, and don't get me wrong, it was great. It was dark. It has the saying which everyone gets wrong when Darth Vader says, "I am your father," and everyone thinks he says, "Luke, I am your father." Yeah, well, it's brilliant. It's dark. You see the end of Solo. He's taken away in carbonite by Boba Fett. Here's another thing for you. Why is Boba Fett so popular? Why do people think, oh, Boba Fett, he's great? He's in it for about 5 minutes. He's not great. He's some bounty hunter who you barely see. So I don't get the fascination personally with Boba Fett. But hey, so yeah, number 2, Empire, which means at number 1, my favourite Star Wars film, the Star Wars film that I will go back and watch again and again and again, is at number 1, The Revenge of the Sith. What's great about Revenge of the Sith? Well, what isn't great about Revenge of the Sith? There are people out there who say, oh, it's the worst Star Wars film ever made. Is it though? Because in this film, you have Palpatine becoming Darth Sidious. Well, he was Darth Sidious, but he's unmasked. But when you look back at it, there were enough clues, surely. How can the great Yoda, who was apparently the best Jedi of all time, not understand that here he is, face to face with the Dark Lord of the Sith, Palpatine, and it was played perfectly. This is why it's my favourite, because the way it was acted. He was excellent. He totally got into the head of Anakin and turned Anakin to the dark side because he wanted him to serve him, not because he wanted to help him save Palpatine. Padme, sorry. Palpatine was nasty throughout all the films, but in the Revenge of the Sith, especially the last hour of the film, he became the menace. You discovered who the Phantom Menace was. It's Palpatine. He's amazing. It's the best Star Wars film of all time. If you disagree, then do leave a comment. Tell me what your favourite Star Wars film is, if you wish. If I've got it wrong in your opinion, then give me yours. I don't mind. You know, if you think Empire is the best film, if you prefer Star Wars, any of them, you know, just let me know. I don't mind. But this is my opinion. This is what I'm putting out into the world. If you disagree, put it in the comments below. But do give a thumbs up, please share and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sure you have. Why wouldn't you want to be subscribed to this idiot's channel? But there you go. That's my first film review. Not really a review, more a idea of what my favourite Star Wars films are. Anyone didn't know me? Yeah, guess I can't like Star Wars. Anyway, that's that. Hope you're all well, and I'll see you next time. See ya, pals!